Hey, so I wanted to do a quick video on some health stuff. I'm still doing training, feeling a little lethargic. Here coming to TV, she hears me talking. Uh, Still doing the vibrating at 40 hertz intermittently. I'm strong as I've ever been, but I got some additional symptoms I just want to talk about. Oh, mainly because I looked them up and nobody else is talking about them, which is weird. Usually, if you Google symptoms, you get a list of cancer, Alzheimer's, da, 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 you know, black mongoose plague, Ethiopia, whatever. There's always a million diseases that are associated with even the biggest symptoms. So when I Googled what happened, and I didn't see anything. I thought it was weird. I thought I'd make a video, so maybe somebody else can find me. So I'm still getting the like the acidy venom feeling coming up from my gums when I stretch. The sweet spot, but it's like it burns my mouth. It's not as bad as it was. Like if I were to guess, it's worse. Like when I first experienced that, it's probably like a pH of like 3, and now it's probably like a pH of like 5. But and less frequent. Um, but it's still like it leaves that numb feeling, the acid, like semi-burned. Also, when I'm doing my spinal decompression, which is when I get most of that kind of acidy bile feeling in my mouth, a couple of times it happened where I went into fairly severe shock. So I would do my spinal decompression, and then when I would stand up, it recompresses a little bit, and that's normal. And I understand the risk of slipping a disc and having disc mobility and multiple hernias at once. There's a lot of risk with doing spinal decompression. But what happened to me was my whole body got real cold. I felt like I was freezing again, and just had to go under the blanket and like just do everything I could to get warm up. But it was 70 something degrees, so it's definitely shock. Um, and I looked it up online just to see, is it something to be concerned about? The closest thing I found was a cerebral spinal fluid leak, which is probably what it is, and maybe just presenting as a different symptom because everybody who talked about cerebral spinal fluid leaks would talk about severe headaches that would not go away. But I feel like, that's what's happening. Like I'm leaking spinal fluid out into my lymphatic system, and that's why I'm experiencing a more acidic saliva, and etc. Like a hormone surge and all that. And maybe it's just that the pressure hasn't dropped so low in my spinal fluid that it is presenting as a headache, or maybe because I had headaches as a kid, I'm numb to that type of headache. I don't know. But I'm going to maybe stop doing the spinal decompression. I'm just more nervous about degenerative disc disease and having that pain again. And the spinal decompression has really helped. But I understand, there's no free lunch. You got to manage the risk of, side effects to even physical therapy. So I'm gonna maybe back off. I've been going hard with my stretching every day for probably 45 minutes. I'll be decompressing my spine. So maybe I'll go to every other day or less to maybe build up the pressure in my spinal fluid again, because it has happened the past couple times. That's it. So just be careful when you're doing anything I do, because half the times I end up hurting myself. Follow me. I know the way. It's a great life.